That's a great question, and one of the points that I'm trying to make in the book is that's where so much of the action is. Because you can have two people that are both sobbing, that are both begging to be different, that are both begging you to help them, and they swear they're going to change from now on. And you don't know if either of them or any of them is if they're serious about it. If that's the kind of change that will last. And so this is why Paul's language in 2 Corinthians 7 is so helpful, because he makes a distinction between these two kinds of sorrow. There's godly sorrow that leads to life and peace, and there is worldly sorrow that leads to death and despair. And the difference is fundamentally whether the sorrow is about you and your kingdom or about Jesus and his kingdom. If you're sad because you got found out, if you're sad because of the consequences, then that is a kind of sorrow that'll kill you. The Bible's very clear on this. But if you're sad over your sin because God's law has been broken, because you've grieved the Holy Spirit, then that is a kind of sorrow that indicates that you're turning the corner, because it indicates that you're moving from yourself and your own lusts, which is why you looked at the porn to begin with, towards God and his kingdom. And the markers between those are a number that I mentioned in the book, but just a few that I would mention here that are most significant are, number one, do you have the willingness to reach out to others for help? Do you have the willingness to expose yourself and bring the darkness into the light? Another one is, do I have the willingness to accept the consequences? Am I willing to have my wife be upset and thinks that she's supposed to be upset? Am I willing to have my parents cut off my internet privileges? Am I willing to lose my job at my church because of being sexually immoral? People who are willing to face the consequences are people who are demonstrating that their sorrow is the godly kind that leads to life.